You can now create your own widgets within Elementor using AI. Normally you would have to develop all of these widgets yourself using PHP, but today you don't have to do that anymore because we have Claude AI. In this video, I'm going to be showing you precisely how you can create your own widget using Claude and import it into Elementor and start using it, and also tweak it around a little bit and adjust some settings. So we are going to be creating a feature comparison widget that has multiple plans, multiple features, and you can disable, enable specific features. So you have a good overview of what you have with specific plans. Normally this is not an out-of-the-box widget that you get from Elementor, but we are going to be customizing or custom building it using Claude AI. And I'm going to show you how you can do it yourself. So let's jump straight into the video and let's see how we can set it up. Alright, so I am in my demo environment in WordPress and I'm going to be showing you how we can set it up. So let's first go ahead and enable MCP on this website so we can connect Claude to it. So before we do that, I'm going to go to the plugins page and I'm going to show you what I have installed. So at this moment we have Elementor, Elementor Pro, WooCommerce, the WP File Manager, and WordPress MCP. This is the MCP plugin that you need as well. What you can do is you can go to the link in the description below, or just Google WordPress MCP like this, and you will find this GitHub page by automatic. And what you have to do is you have to go on the right side, you see releases, and then you have a specific version, which is the most up-to-date version. For now, this is 0.2.5. So you click on it, you scroll down, and you will see assets, WordPress-mcp.zip. Simply click on this to download it. And once you have downloaded, you are going to go back to your plugins, add plugin, and then you're going to upload a plugin from your PC, and you can select that WordPress MCP plugin that you just downloaded. Once you have that set up, you can go to your settings, and then you will see a new tab appearing, which is called MCP. Make sure to enable MCP functionality, enable create tools, and enable update tools. Now, what you're going to do now is you're going to go ahead and go to authentication tokens, select the token duration. I'm going to do 6 hours because we're going to be doing some development work. I'm going to click on create new token. Now this is going to create a token for us. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy over that generated token and put it in a notepad. Normally you never share these tokens, but since this only has a duration of 6 hours, it will be revoked at the end. You can also do it more than one day if you want. But security wise, this is not a very good practice. Only set the duration for which you are developing. So we have this token. What do we do now? We go to documentation, and then we see a Claude desktop configuration. So let's keep this open and let's open up Claude. And I'm going to go to File, Settings, click on Developer, Edit Config. And then you will see this folder popping up, and with Claude desktop config.json, you're gonna open it with a text editor. I'm just gonna do Visual Studio Code because you don't have to use Visual Studio Code. I personally just really like working with it. I also have a developer background, so I am very used to this editor. So now we see the MCP servers. This is the only one that we need to pay attention to. So I'm gonna, inside the brackets, hit enter. I'm going to go back to the WordPress, and then we can see for Claude Desktop, we have the very first configuration. Now, I'm not going to copy in all of this. The only thing I want to do is from within the MCP servers, it says WordPress MCP with this bracket, which is the closing one. So I'm going to copy that over towards my Visual Studio Code, and I'm going to paste it in. Now I'm going to remove the log file because we're not going to log anything. For me, it threw an error if I don't define the log file, so I just simply remove it. And here we can see the JWT token, which is the token we just copied over and generated in WordPress. So I'm going to paste that in there. Make sure to save the file, and the rest is fine. You're now good to go. So we're going to close this and go to Claude, close this, And we have to restart Claude in order for this to take effect. So I'm going to do File, Exit, and I'm going to search for Claude again. Let's wait for it to start up. This might take some time. There we go. Good morning, Income Tech. Good morning to you as well. And let's go to File, Settings, Developer. And you can now see WordPress MCP is connected. So we are now connected to our website. Cool. So now we want to start developing. Now we're not going to do the development ourselves. We're going to let Claude do it for us, obviously. So what I did is I was Googling on how to create an add-on within Elementor, which brought me to this guide. Now I am going to give Claude some instruction on how to do it. So here you have the folder structure and we have the main add-on file. Now this is all PHP. If you do not understand this, this is perfectly fine. It's simply just the setup. So let's start by writing the prompt. I'm going to say, I want to create an Elementor widget. The widget is going to be a feature comparison widget. I want you to create it. I need to be able to adjust all settings in the Elementor editor. All right, and now let's go write this. You have to create a zip file and upload it into, and then we have WP contact plugins. That is where we are going to be uploading our plugin. So you're gonna have to say you have to create a zip file and upload it into WP content-plugins. And now let's copy over this part because this is the folder structure that it needs to create in order to make this work. The folder structure you have to create is this. Now you can see in this documentation page, it creates multiple widgets. So 2 in this case. We just want to have 1, so I'm going to remove this one. And instead of Hello World widget, I'm just going to rename this to feature dash comparison widget. Let's remove the 1. The folder structure you have to create is this. Okay, that is for the folder structure. Now we have to say what is going to be in the main add-on file. So I'm going to copy over this entire PHP. I'm going to go into, let's just create a new window in VS Code. Let's paste it in. Now, what are we exactly looking at here? We are looking at a plugin setup file. So as you can see, you have your plugin name, description. If you go, for example, to WordPress and you go to your plugins, you will see the description, the title, all of that. That is this information. So we're going to be adjusting that really quick. So this is not a simple Hello World widget. This is a feature comparison widget for Elementor. The author is me, so income tag, plugin name, Elementor add-on, that is fine. Now, what we need to do is let's rename this function. It's not going to be a register hello world widget. It's going to be a feature underscore comparison widget. Okay, we can remove this second directory. And what we can do is widget dash, this is not hello world widget. This is gonna be, I have it in Claude, feature comparison widget.php. So let's put that in there. We can remove this widget too, since we're not gonna use it. Now, this is not gonna be Elementor hello widget. This is gonna be Elementor feature comparison widget. Let's remove the one. And here it says register hello world widget. That's going to be register feature comparison widget. There we go. That's everything. So let's copy that over. And let's say, let's go back to this file. Oh yeah. We are going to be writing the main Elementor add-on file for registering should look something like this. Let's paste that in. There we go. Let's add some dashes. And now let's tell it to create the plugin itself. I want you to create the plugin itself. So also this file. Keep in mind that I would like to customize as much as possible. Keep in mind that I would like to customize as much as possible in the Elementor editor. Now, let's send this and let's wait for Claude to go ahead and build this plugin for us. Now, as you can see, it might be a little bit difficult if you don't have any programming or code knowledge, but what we just did is to go back and explain again. This is the folder structure that you need for Elementor to create a widget. This first PHP file is to register it. The second one gives all the functionality to it. And within the PHP file that we were just editing in Visual Studio Code is for registering it, but the actual logic itself is going to be within this very first PHP file, and we are now asking Claude to create it for us. And once it's finished, it will come back with a zip file that we can download and upload, or it will upload it ourselves. Let's see what it comes back with. But since it's connected towards the WordPress MCP environment that we just set up, it is aware of our environment and it is aware of our website and our coding. So it can use that information to better the outcome of this plugin. So I will pause this video and come back with you once this is finished. All right, so Claude is done with generating the code for us. So let's take a look at what it generated. He says that he will create the plugin and he knows what he has to do. The zip is ready. He wants to upload it to WordPress, as you can see, but it wasn't, the Chrome extension isn't connected. Let me copy the zip. Okay, he didn't upload it itself, so we have to install it manually. But what it did is, it did create something. So on the right side, we have a zip file. So I'm gonna go ahead and download it. And let's just save it in downloads. And let's install it here. Upload plugin, choose file, install now. And let's see what it came back with. So the plugin is activated. And as you can see, we have now the Elementor add-on plugin in here with feature comparison widget for Elementor by me. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna test it out. So let's go to pages and go to the, I have an example page here. So I'm gonna add it with Elementor. And let's see how this is going to look. So I'm gonna search for comparison. There you have it, the feature comparison, that is our widget. So I'm gonna drag it in here. And there we go, this is what it looks like. This is actually really looking really good. So we have our feature. We have some features on the left side here. Wow, I'm really amazed how nicely this came out. We have some features on the left side and we have some plans on the right side, even with buttons that we can use. So, okay, cool. So let's take a look at what we can. Yeah, this is really amazing, but okay, wow. Let's see what we can add it. So the column label feature. Okay, cool, we can edit that. The plans, as you can see, we have plan name, basic. We can set the pricing per month, Under text, we even have a button where we can add a URL. We can highlight the plan. As you can see, it will automatically do that for us. Cool. If we go to features, we can adjust our features here. So let's add in a new feature. Let's say AI integration. Let's see how it works. Tooltip. Can I do that? Oh, that is really cool. It even adds a tooltip. A category. Yeah, doesn't do much, but okay, let's go ahead and say section divider row. It's a divider. That is also really nice. So we can say AI features, for example. Let's copy that over and say AI chatbot. I don't know, something like that. Oh wait, AI chatbot. And now we can say plan type 1 is, it's not in basic, so I'm going to do cross, and plan 2 we're going to do check. Custom tags until 500 requests per month. Something like that. That is really cool. All right. So, and then we also have table options. Let's see what that does. Table options. That is cool. Check icon. Simple check. Field check. Okay, cool. So let's go to styling and see what we can also do. Yeah, as you can see, we have a table layout that we can adjust, header row that we can adjust, highlighted columns. We can adjust everything we like. So we have just, yeah, as you can see, we just have created a completely, a quite professional feature overview for Elementor. Feature comparison just with a simple prompt and like 10 minutes of work. So yeah. That's the end of this video. You can create all the features or all the widgets that you want just by having some imagination and knowing how you want to set it up. But yeah, that is it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully it helped you out a lot with your website development stuff and your projects. So if you want to see me do something else in the future, please let me know in the comments down below so I can pick it up and I can create a video for you guys. And yeah, I will talk to you next week. Thank you very much and bye-bye.